Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and today I want to talk to you about runner's toenail. You may listen to that, and you may think, oh, that's not really a real thing, or that's not a real diagnosis, but it actually is. And so I'm going to tell you, answer these 4 questions to help you understand what the runner's toenail is. Number 1, what is it? Runner's toenail is an injury that happens to a toenail, typically the second toenail, sometimes the third, and significantly less common the great toe, from running, whether it's from bumping into shoes or whether it's the amount of running that you're doing or so forth. And it could present in 3 different ways. One, it could just be a very, very thickened toenail that always kind of remains pretty thick. It can be a bruised or black toenail from constantly traumatizing the nail and getting bleeding or subungual hematoma happening there. Or it can actually be recurrent losing of the nail, where you just keep losing the nail. And that's what makes up a runner's toenail, and it's common in individuals that are running a significant amount. Number 2, why does it happen? The truth is, it's a very common problem in runners, especially if they have a longer second toe, where they're running and they're constantly injuring that nail. It can happen because of the wrong size shoes. It can happen because of just the way that you run. You're actually either hitting the end of the shoe or the top of the shoe and injuring that nail. And like we said, it can happen because of anatomy, just the fact that you have a longer second toe. And a lot of times, most of us will measure our shoe size based on our big toe. So if you have a longer second toe, you may be actually having a higher chance of injuring that toenail. And so what happens is you injure the nail, and it can be one of those 3 presentations. You can injure it and get bleeding underneath it, just a subungual hematoma. You can injure it and actually have the nail fall off, or it can actually get thickened because you have multiple times where you've injured it over and over and over again, and you actually end up injuring the nail bed, and the nail starts to thicken from a traumatic dystrophic change to the nail. So what can you do for it at home, which is question number 3. The big thing is just to protect it. Wearing appropriate size shoes, usually a half size larger if you're running. Wearing the appropriate socks so you're not moving around as much in the shoes, or so that they're giving the right amount of, sweat absorption. So the idea is, if you're wearing just a cotton sock always in running, you increase your chances because you're going to get significantly more sweating, and it kind of stays close to the feet. If you wear a combination nylon cotton sock, then it wicks away the moisture and it decreases blistering, decreases injury to the nails as well. Number 4, once you go to the doctor, really you don't need to go to the doctor unless you've got an injured nail that becomes painful, or if you're saying, okay, is there anything I can do to keep it from happening over and over and over again? And sometimes the toe, the nail, or even the shoes can be evaluated. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson, and this is your Podiatry Tips Day